Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the Taming of the Shrew, and we get to hear from Petruchio again today because we're not done listening to him gaslight his new wife. This is, in some versions, Act 4, Scene 3. This is in the folio, Act 4, Scene 1. In any case, we are in Act 4, and Petruchio and Catherine are now married, and he is gaslighting her, and this is how he plans to break her spirit. So basically, he's going to starve her and deprive her of sleep. And at the top of this scene, Catherine was complaining to Grumio that she is starving and deprived of sleep, and she was begging Grumio to bring her some food. Which, before Grumio can do that, Petruchio and Hortensio come in with food, and Petruchio's like, look, I brought this food for you. Oh, actually, this food really isn't any good, and we should take it away. And she's like, no, the food's fine, and I'll eat it. And he's like, no, this is awful. And Hortensio's like, sir, this is your doing. And Petruchio says, eat it up all, Hortensio, if thou lovest me. Much good do it unto thy gentle heart. Kate, eat apace. And now, my honey love, we will return unto thy father's house, and revel it as bravely as the best, with silken coats and caps and golden rings, with ruffs and cuffs and fardingales and things, with scarves and fans and double change of bravery, with amber bracelets, beads, and all this knavery. What, hast thou dined? The tailor stays thy leisure to deck thy body with his ruffling treasure. Come, tailor, let us see these ornaments. Lay forth thy gown. What news with you, sir? So, at the very beginning of that monologue, he's actually telling Hortensio to eat Catherine's dinner because he doesn't want the food to go to waste, but he doesn't want Catherine to eat it. And then he distracts her by saying, we're going back to your dad's house and we're going to be dressed oh so fancy. We're going to be wearing all the finest things. And then he calls in the tailor to bring this gown that's been supposedly specially made for her. And then the haberdasher shows up with a hat that's supposedly been made specially for her. And first, Petruchio takes issue with the haberdasher, and he's like, why on earth would you make a hat like that? It's too small. She can't wear it. Get it out of here. And Catherine's like, no, the hat's fine and it fits great. And he's like, no, it doesn't. Get out of here. So the haberdasher leaves with the hat. And then he turns his wrath on the tailor. He's like, what is this gown? Like, I told you to make her something fashionable. This is terrible. Those aren't even sleeves. And it gets down to they start fighting. Like, the tailor's like, I made the dress that you told me to make. Here's the bill of sale, like where the dress was described. And he starts going through it. And they try to blame Grumio for giving him the wrong instructions to put on the bill of sale. And Grumio's like, no, I told him to make this kind of dress. And they discover that it's something to do with the way that the sleeves are cut. So apparently this dress is completely wrong. Meanwhile, the whole time Catherine is like, the dress is fine. I think it's lovely. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I can keep it. I can wear it. It'll be fine. And Petruchio's like, no. I'm not going to have you wearing such a terrible, out of fashion thing as this. And Petruchio takes Hortensio aside really quick, and he's like, make sure that the tailor gets paid for the dress. And Hortensio's like, tailor, come with me. We'll get this whole thing sorted out. So the tailor goes off, and we have Petruchio and Grumio and Hortensio and Catherine still left, and Petruchio in tomorrow's monologue is going to tell us what happens next. So I'll see you then for that. Mwah.